Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Hey yo, Bono spit, and Bono stack. No Bono, no jack. You smoke can't rap, well what do you know? The J-Dog is first up to back. No batteries included and no strings attached.
What's up, guys? Young Bucs, Old Goats, episode 68. I got my boys over here, Tank and Hialeah Comic Bro. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
How's it going? How you guys doing?
I'm doing well.
You look like you just woke up, actually.
You look super excited to be here, bro. Like, I need you to calm down. There's the motorcycle guy. Hell yeah, it's on. When I hear him, I know it's on.
Dude, I just woke up literally 10 minutes ago. I'm drinking some nice H2O tonight.
I thought you were going to say chamomile tea or some shit.
H2O today. Yesterday I was on...
That's some high quality H2O.
That's some high quality. Yesterday I was on with Conquistadors and Goat, and we did our Start Me Up show. And dude, I got plastered. I got plastered. I woke up in the middle of the night, walked to the restroom, dude, and I ate it, dude. Like at 3 a.m, bro. I thought I was gonna throw up, bro. I got a bump in my head right here.
A knot?
A knot, dude. I just ate it, and I was on the floor. My wife woke up, scared as shit, and then I didn't want to get up. She thought I had broken something. So I had an interesting night.
These are the things that happen to you as you start to age and you get into that old goat.
You need to be careful, dude.
Dude, I was in a fog all day today, dude. It was like
you need to get life alert, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna have to get life alert. But thank God that thud woke my wife up. So
yo, let's start a GoFundMe for Hialeah's life alert and his walker, because he's an integral part of the show, man. We can't have him bumping his head and getting drunk and shit like that. Hey, by the way, so the show, we always do it like 2-3 hours, whatever. We do the sports stuff and then we get into other shit. We're splitting that up today. So we're gonna do this hour just sports. Look at the NFL picks. This up last week, this week, James Harden trade, Tua. I call it the Tua mutiny. Urban Meyer, whatever's going on in the sports, we'll talk about that for an hour. Fucking Browns. Shout out to the Browns, right?
Yeah, wow. Shout out to the Browns.
Right, everybody hating, including not me. I never hate on that team. Everybody hating on them, and I don't know, dude. I don't think they're fucking done, bro. I don't think they're fucking done. So shout out to the Browns knocking out those fucking pathetic Steelers.
Yeah,
I know you like them, Hialeah. I know you like them.
I do like the Steelers, but after what they started off 11-0, and it seems like they just ran out of gas after that, dude. They weren't the same team. They weren't who we thought they were. Exactly. Or they were who they are. We thought
they like plummeted after that first loss. Instead of getting deflating, they just went straight down, dude.
Big time.
Yeah, terrible.
And I hate Juju, and I don't even like Claypool anymore.
Why?
He's talking shit too.
Shit talkers, bro.
What's he saying?
He said whatever, bad loss, but Browns are gonna get
they're gonna end up they're gonna end up clapping on the couch just like us next week.
Yeah, something like that.
That ain't so bad, man.
Yeah, bro, but dude, you're a rookie, dude.
And you just lost to them?
Shut the fuck up. All right? Sit your ass down. Shut the fuck up. Go start your off-season program and then try to beat the fucking Browns.
That's what I was thinking. He was sitting down in his little room, dude. What the fuck are you doing on the live, bro, on TikTok? Go work out. Go catch some balls, dude.
Go run some routes, dog.
Go wait till next year, basically.
Yeah. We don't care.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear from you, dude, especially when you just got beat by that alleged inferior team.
Same old Browns.
If they were so inferior, why didn't you beat them, dude?
And they were getting rocked in that game, bro. 28-0 right out the bat, dude.
Yeah, the final score was not indicative of how much of a beatdown that was because they
Yeah.
won.
48-37, I think it was.
There you go, and that's that doesn't look terrible, right? But that shit was a beatdown, bro.
Yeah, it was a beatdown.
Let's look at that real quick. What happened last week? So the Ravens beat the Titans 20-13. That was the first game. For me, that was kind of unexpected. I thought the Titans were gonna go.
I wanted the Titans, but I didn't find it unexpected.
Yeah, me neither. I was in shock.
Now the Rams beating the Seahawks. I had the Rams on paper, but I didn't think it was gonna happen.
How
Yeah.
about? Well, I mean, I guess some people might have seen the Browns beating the Steelers. Colts Bills, dude, that ended up being a really good game. Old man
Yeah.
Rivers, he tried his best, dude, to get back in that game. That was a good game.
That game was probably the best game of the week, right?
Yeah, I did enjoy the Buccaneer Washington football team game. That was the night game, and that ended up being a one-score game, man, with like a third-string quarterback in there, basically, right?
Yeah, dude, and
Yeah.
they were looking really good. They really had a chance. They were. It was a tight game. I liked it as well.
Dude, that kid's gonna have a job in the NFL.
For sure, starting.
Maybe, yeah, but at least for sure, he bought himself like a 2-3 year contract somewhere, dude, and maybe he will be starting. Who knows? Washington doesn't have, they got Alex Smith. He's up there. He's got a calf for
Yeah,
a
he has
year or whatever
one
the fuck it
calf.
is. Yeah, he has one calf that he has to divide between both legs. We don't know how much longer he can do it. Shout out to him though for a comeback player of the year. But dude, that guy ran the ball. He threw well. I mean, he's going blow for blow with Brady.
Bro, that run that he got, the scramble for the touchdown was fucking amazing. Great shot, great play.
Yeah, dude, he flew, bro.
Beautiful, beautiful play. Tough running.
Washington has a good,
Defense.
yeah, dude. They could become something.
Yeah, I think they can as well.
And they have a fucking premier receiver, dude. That McLaurin guy, Scary Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
That guy's for real, dude.
And the running back as well, that rookie running back they had, Gibson.
Yes, just a little injury prone so far, right?
Yeah.
Dude, the way that this kid played, Heineke, right? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
Don't you wish quarterbacks always played like that? Because obviously he's playing that way. It's a playoff game. I like playoff games for me is kind of like when you watch wrestling and it's WrestleMania and like everything goes out, like people get hit, quarterbacks maybe don't slide, that's what the playoffs feel like to me. But also when you get a young guy in there trying to make a name for himself and trying to get a job, they also play like, they throw caution to the wind. Like that play you were talking about, Hialeah. Wouldn't it be cool if quarterbacks play like that all the time? I kind of sour on the sliding shit all the time, dude.
No, dude, they need to preserve themselves. I wish they could, but they wouldn't last if they just didn't slide. They just wouldn't last. It's not like the 70s where it was like they were getting hit by 250-pound guys. Now they're getting hit by 300, 300 plus, 280 plus. They can't take that abuse.
No, I know, dude. I got what you're saying, but Jesus, dude, you're a football player. You could take a little hit every once in a while, right?
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think it's gotten too much touch for the quarterbacks.
It's like they can't touch you anyways to begin with, and then I don't know, dude. I'm old school, I guess, in that regard.
But even with these rules, man, we still see some freaking horrific injuries, man. Look at Dak, Alex Smith. I believe one of his backups did the same thing, broke the same leg or something like that. They still get horrific injuries, man. Robert Griffin, his career's never been the same after that knee.
Yeah, they killed him there in Washington. They put him out to play in that playoff game against Seattle when he probably should have been on the bench and Kirk Cousins should have been playing.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I guess he went the other way, dude. He ran the ball all the time. Lamar Jackson runs the ball all the time. I don't see him sliding as much. Like a guy like Russell Wilson, I mean, I guess he realizes, and they probably tell these guys too, dude, we cannot afford to have you hurt. I mean, Russell Wilson's probably the best at running and sliding, getting the most yards and not getting hit.
Yeah.
Which was the other game, the Rams 30-20 beat the Seahawks.
And that game wasn't close either.
Excuse me. No, not really. And then the last game was the Saints Bears, and that wasn't even close either. But it seems like that was the biggest blowout, but they didn't put up a ton of points. Maybe it was just an easy game for them.
Yeah, they pretty much had it, man. The Bears, did you see that pass that the receiver dropped in the end zone? On that like a little flea flicker, bro, right in his hand.
Right on his hands, man.
Perfect.
Who was that? Do you remember?
It was Trubisky on a flicker, and the receivers was, I think it was 83. It was Sims. And
the kid was having a good game, right? The kid was having a pretty good game.
He was having a good game, man. But once that ball went right through the breadbasket, game over. That was it.
Yeah, that could have changed the complexion of that game. If that goes in.
Yeah, it was over. The game ended right at that drop.
Yeah. So, dude, I did terrible. I was 1-5. I'll put up the records in a moment. Sorry, doing a little housekeeping here. Let me see if I could show our. That's our records right there. So you were 3-3, Hialeah, 123, 119, and 6. That actually ends up being under 500 because the ties are really losses.
Mm.
And Tank, round of applause for Captain Tank Sparrow over there, 4-2, leading the playoff way, and he's got that win percentage up to 454. So that's looking pretty respectable now. I mean, my boy was like in the 300s early in the season, if you remember.
Yeah. Very impressive, Tank. Very impressive.
Thank you. I learned a lot.
Yeah, when we started, he was like saying, the Bears are playing the Eagles. And he was probably like, well, a bear could probably swat down an eagle with their hand, or Jaguars against fucking Bills. Oh, a Jaguar could probably tackle a bill in the wildlife. But then, he found his way. So we got to give it up there.
Dude, me and you are tight, bro. 1 game difference. That's nuts.
Yes, I am just 1 game ahead of you. And at 500, dude, which if you were gambling, that's a loss, dude, because you got to pay the VIG whenever you gamble. So if there's any proof not to gamble, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. But regardless, for entertainment purposes, we are going to pick the next round. By the way, I only have a live on my I don't know if you guys have your little bracket.
Yes.
Okay. I only have the Bills and Green Bay.
Are you serious? You lost all your other teams?
I'm sorry. I have Seattle. Seattle's still there.
No, Seattle's gone.
I'm sorry. The Saints. So I have the Saints alive, the Packers alive, and the Packers, and the Bills.
Yeah, I only lost 2. I lost the Titans, and I lost the Seahawks. Everybody else is still alive. Oh, and the Steelers. I lost the Steelers as well.
So you lost half of them.
I lost 3. Yeah, I lost half. You're right. Yeah, I lost half.
Okay, I lost 1 more than you. Tank, okay. Do you still have your bracket?
No, I can't find it. I lost the Titans and the.
His dog ate his homework. This guy.
You probably have. Yeah, you probably lost 2.
Yeah, I did 2.
You probably lost the Seahawks.
Yeah, I think I had the Seahawks on the straight up.
All right. But my Super Bowl's still intact, which is Bills Green Bay. So
Yeah, mine as well.
we'll see. We have the same thing, right? Me and you,
Yeah.
Hialeah?
Uh-huh.
All right, cool.
I got Chiefs Bucs.
So let us pick the next round, bro. So we'll take it from the left here. First up, we've got the Browns are at the Chiefs, and I'm showing the Chiefs. We'll go with these spreads here. I know I sent you guys some other ones, but to keep it simple, we'll just go with these. We got the Chiefs at 10.
They're favored by 10?
They're favored by 10.
Wow.
I know, right?
I got the Browns on the spread.
I got the Browns as well with the spread, dude. I can't believe that. 10 points. That's a lot.
That is a lot of points for an NFL football playoff game.
Yes, massive line.
And I got to take the Browns, dude. They got a little momentum, a little mojo. The Chiefs always let everybody in games. I would not be surprised if the Browns knock off the Chiefs, dude.
I wouldn't either. I would not be shocked if the Browns won that game.
It wouldn't be like when the Patriots beat the Rams in that first Super Bowl, the greatest show on turf. It wouldn't be like 10 is way too much.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland won.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be surprised either. But I can't take them on the straight up.
No, I wouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't take them straight up either.
All right, next up we got Ravens at Bills. And the the Bills are favored by 2.5.
Bro, this to me is the toughest game to pick right here. This game is pretty much even, man.
By the way, the first game was Sunday. I'm just taking it as we see it on the bracket. This game we're talking about right now is Saturday.
What time is this game? The Bills?
8 o'clock.
Prime time.
Damn, that's a hell of a game, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the Bills, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised either if the Ravens were to win this. This game is tight. I think it's gonna come down. I think they're expecting snow flurries, or it's gonna be extremely cold, and I don't know.
Well, let's check the weather, dude. Since we always
I don't know if Lamar Jackson has played in that kind of weather. He's a Florida boy. He's from Miami.
So you don't know whether he's played in this weather?
I don't know if he's had that kind of game. I know he's played in the cold, obviously. He's in Baltimore, but I think they were expecting some extreme weather for this.
Bro, I'm going to miss checking the weather in Buffalo when the football season's over.
All right, so Saturday.
Click on Saturday.
Saturday is right here.
Yeah. So at 8, it should be in the 30s. And it should be 20%.
Right here. That's what I have on the screen right now is about game time. 8:30, 34. Doesn't look like snow, but 12-mile-per-hour wind. A lot of humidity, so I guess they might get some rain. No, 20% chance of rain.
Okay. So it's cold, so doesn't sound too bad.
No, definitely we need a weather girl.
Yes.
Next time.
You know what's the thing about this game, man? The Ravens defense showed up big time against Tennessee, bro.
Yo, they shut down my man Henry, dude.
Big time.
And that's how you know that is their whole team, right? Almost.
Yeah, definitely. If he's not going and getting his, they're not getting theirs. That's what scares me about this game is tight, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens win, but I'll stick with the Bills since I had them in the Super Bowl. So I'll stick with the Bills.
I obviously have to take them too based on that. I think they will win. Nice story. always hated the Bills, but for whatever reason, I'm kind of happy for them getting back in the mix. So I think they'll be able to win and cover that.
I got the Bills too.
All right, we're so far unanimous on everything. Okay, back to Saturday. This is the early game. Yeah, 4:35 p.m. We've got the Rams, who are kind of gimpy, dude. Their backup quarterback started that last game. He looked like they almost knocked his head off. They brought in Goff, who had like a fucked up thumb, and they still pulled it out. The Packers are favored by 6.5 in this game.
I got the Packers, man.
I think the Packers win, but I'm taking the Rams as far as the line.
Let's see what the weather's going to be in Green Bay.
Did you guys watch that that Rams game with the Seahawks?
I did.
I didn't get a chance.
Dude, that interception that the Rams got against Seattle, where the guys just jumped the
beautiful
dude,
pick,
bro. Such a great freaking pick, right?
Yeah, beautiful.
I was so impressed with that. That defense is for real, man. I think that defense will keep them in the game.
All right, at game time Saturday, this kind of looks similar to the weather we're gonna have in Buffalo.
It's gonna be cold.
Yeah, but doesn't look like snow. Dude, I gotta take the Packers, dude. Aaron Rodgers is kind of at the peak of his powers, I think, right now. It's kind of crazy. I think another team has it this year. I don't know if you guys realize Aaron Rodgers has more touchdown passes than his punter has punts.
Oh, wow. Are you serious?
Isn't that fucking crazy, dude?
That's a crazy stat.
Yeah, because you could have turnovers, you could have 4 and outs, you could have field goals, but more likely than not, what happens is he throws a touchdown pass. More likely than punts, which is fucking crazy, bro.
That's nuts, dude. The thing about this game, man, I think it's, of course, the Rams with the quarterback situation, but that D matches up really good against the Pack. They got the D line. Aaron Darnold is hurt. He's got like a rib issue, but he is playing. But it's Jalen Ramsey against Devontae Adams, bro.
That's why I was telling you they're gimpy, dude. They got those couple guys banged up, but yeah, what a fucking cornerback, dude. Ramsey, huh?
Dude, and he matches up great against Devontae Adams, dude. I think this game it'll be tight. I think it'll be tight just because of that defense. Even though Aaron Donald's banged up, I still think they got an excellent defense all around.
Is he the best cornerback in football?
Yeah, Ramsey. Yeah, definitely.
How about X-Man?
He's Xavier's got the freaking picks, but Ramsey's the top corner, man.
Yeah, Ramsey's probably the best cover guy, and X-Man is probably the best, like, opportunistic, right place, right time.
How many? But the thing is, man, he got 10 picks, right?
Yeah,
that doesn't happen every year, man.
That rarely ever happens.
Next year he could have 2. You just don't know. You just never know with the picks. They just fall your way sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes, like with Dion, they would just not fucking throw. He couldn't get interceptions because they would not throw to his half of the field. So interceptions are nice, but they're not always.
The Dolphins re-sign him. Does he stay with the Dolphins? He's not even the top paid corner on the team.
Well, he's signed, dude. He has a contract. I think they're trying to renegotiate it or something, but he has a contract for a few more years.
Okay. But he might be disgruntled.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that shit, dude. You sign a contract, fucking play it, dude. Sorry. Get it next time. I am a fan of... So, for example, you sign a contract, right? And you're one of the top, or you become one of the top players. You already was one of the top players. And then, for whatever reason, There's other corners that end up making more than you that are not as good as you. I'm a fan of play out your contract, but I'm also a fan of the team then taking care of you next time.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah, me too, as well.
You know what I mean? We signed a contract. We're planning our team based on your contract. You know, we're trying to win here. We already, you know, that's kind of throwing like a monkey wrench into my shit. You know, like I already planned that I'm going to pay you this money for this amount of time. But, you know, I guess that's like a he said, she said. Well, we're doing this because they don't do that. But, you know, certain teams do that. You know, certain teams in different sports pay their guys, you know, even when they're not so great anymore to keep them.
The thing about the contracts is every time they sign, they have to sign knowing that they're not. It's only going to be for a year or two that they're going to be at the top of the money list. You know, it's just the nature of the beast. People are going to keep signing, and they tend to be going up. They don't tend to be going down. So you sign today, you know that in 2 years you might be the 10th best, highest paid, and that's just the way it is, dude. I agree with you. Play out your contract. The team should renegotiate, do something if you're playing way above what the contract you signed. I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm there with you too. Like if you're grossly underpaid, you know, like you're a practice squad guy, and all of a sudden you become Xavier Howard. Okay, we got to take care of you. But you know, Howard got a pretty good deal. Dude. He got a pretty good deal a couple of years ago. He missed time, you know, in there. So it's not like you're not getting paid a pittance either.
Yeah.
All right, so me and Tank are on the pack. You got the Rams, and then the final and most. If you thought Ravens Bills was tantalizing, if this doesn't make your toes tingle, this next one you're not alive. To quote my boy Jim Mandish, Buccaneers versus or at the Saints for the third time. And, you know, what a wonderful segue here. We're talking about two of the oldest bum quarterbacks in the NFL. Who better to join for this segment and the rest of the show than the old bum? Bum.
Gentlemen, how the hell are you?
How you doing?
Pretty good now that you're here.
Good to hear that.
We're hanging in there, and we're about. Would you care to make some picks to catch up to us? There's only 4 games. I'll run them by you if you want to make your picks real quick.
Sure. I sort of heard what you guys talked about. By the way, on the Howard thing, right? So Hialeah, dead on. He's not the highest paid corner on the team, and he is the 6th highest paid corner in the league.
Right.
But to your point, hey, you signed the contract. You know, that's the deal. Things change. People move up on the list. I just get worried because the Dolphins have shown a lack of being able to keep their players. And that's concerning. We can't always recycle our good players for picks. Although that's the best case scenario, it's not ideal. You got to keep the talent. You can't always just be drafting.
The thing too, man, you're going to have 2 of the highest paid corners on your team. Is that maybe the right thing to do? Putting that freaking money in 2 corners? I don't know.
Your defense better deliver, right?
Hey, John, I hear what you're saying, but you know, my man's making $15 million a year.
Absolutely.
He's not, you know, he's not like. I get it. I don't know. It's arguable. Maybe he is the 6th best corner in the league.
And maybe that's what the Dolphins think, right? They paid him appropriately based on their evaluation of the overall league and the market, right? So,
at
you know,
the time, though, he was probably high.
Yeah.
At the time of the contract, it was probably top.
Yeah.
Probably so. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's play it out.
Keep that in context. When you signed, it was like the 2nd or the 1st most lucrative contract. Now it's number 6. That's not shabby.
That's gonna happen.
It is going to happen. It is going to be a cycle, and you can't always try to get back up to the top, right? Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen. You're not going to win that race.
Yeah.
Unless you're the absolute best, right?
Yeah, Revis or something.
And I think
sorry, go ahead, Bob.
And I think people would question that he's the absolute best. I heard you guys talk about Ramsey. I think that's probably a fairer thing, right?
Yeah.
You know who is the master at that game of always making sure you get the most money and you're always at the top? LeBron fucking James. That dude's always signing like 1-year contract, 2-year contract. Oh, the cap's going up next year. I'm only gonna, like he always plays that perfectly, dude. To make sure he's getting the most he can get and still putting around a pretty good fucking team around him. Obviously, that's like his main thing. He loves to build a super team.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's even should be included in this talk, because how much of that guy's money does he actually make in his contract playing basketball, right? That's probably just pocket money for him. It's between endorsements and everything else he has, God knows. But
and he doesn't play cornerback.
No.
The best cornerback at doing all this was Revis. Revis was a master of this, dude. Just going jumping teams and just being the highest paid every year.
Go continue with your picks, and I'll just kind of chime in at the end there.
No, I'm gonna put you on the spot real fast. Browns, Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 10. Who are you taking?
Man, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
10 points.
I know the 10-point rule. I know it's gambling. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. But to echo what you guys said, and really it's the fact of the NFL, I would not be surprised if the Browns win, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm going with the laws of football, and the Chiefs are a better team.
You're expecting Andy Reid to crank that fucking machine all the way to 10 and blow these guys out.
Man, it should be what happens.
All right.
Dude, you know who's really good on the Browns? Chubb. Chubb is freaking excellent, dude.
Oh, don't tell me about that.
What a backfield, dude, because you got the other guy there too, Hunt.
Bro, but Chubb makes that kind of like
Thunder and Lightning.
Derrick Henry and the Titans, dude. Chubb makes that team go, honest.
Yeah.
And how crazy is it that they're better without OBJ?
That is crazy.
Nobody's even missed him.
That speaks to team chemistry, doesn't it?
I forgot he was in the league.
There you go. Because maybe it takes a lot of pressure off Faker Mayflower not to have to get him the ball, right? And maybe he plays a little bit more relaxed and is able, to play his game. Yeah. Find the open guy, don't force the ball. Maybe that's the case.
It's almost since he went down, you really haven't heard the drama in Cleveland.
That too. Yeah.
Mayfield's balling, dude. I got to give it to him, dude. I hate on him a lot, but he's balling, bro.
Yeah.
There's two teams that I can't hate right now, right? The Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. I can't hate them. In fact,
you got to root for them.
Right. There's like a soft spot in there for them, for me. Even though the Bills are in my division, there's something about Josh Allen that I like. He's tough. This team, they've done all the right moves. They brought in Diggs. It seems right. So it's hard to root against them. And for, the Browns, my God, how long have they been living in misery? You kind of root for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not shabby.
No.
I mean, having Chubb and freaking Hunt, I mean, that's pretty damn respectable on its own.
Yeah, you win the Super Bowl and you find out that you didn't win the Super Bowl. It was the Ravens. And you with your purple bandana, I'm surprised you didn't go for the Ravens. So I'm guessing you're taking the Bills, Bum, -2.5.
I am.
Do-rag, not a bandana.
My bad. And then the other one before we get to the final game is the Rams Packers. Packers are favored by 6.5.
Yeah, you got to go with the Packers there.
Okay, we're up to speed. So the last matchup of the weekend, is it the last? Let's see. It is. It's the final game, Sunday at 6:40 p.m. For me, they saved the best for last. Third matchup of the Buccaneers and Saints. Third matchup of Tom Brady and Drew Brees. And the Saints are favored by a field goal here at home. I'm going to save myself for last on this if anybody wants to go first.
I'll go.
All right.
I don't think Tommy's going to lose the third time.
Knew you would say that.
So I'm going with them, dude. I think he's going to come out. I have him in the Super Bowl with the Chiefs, so it's the Bucs for me.
Dude, you were saying that this is the game and all this. For me, it's really not. I haven't enjoyed watching the Bucs this year. I haven't enjoyed watching the Saints.
Agreed.
It's not my game of the week. My game of the week is that freaking Ravens-Bills game. The Bucs and Saints, they're both good teams, but I'm not sold on either one of those. I'm gonna stick with the Saints, man, because I don't trust the Bucs. I just don't. There's just something about that team I do not like. But I say the same about the Saints. I don't like the Saints either as well.
One of these guys is going to be in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, definitely. That's a given. I'm going Saints. I'm going to go the Saints.
Well, anybody could have said that, Goat.
I'll tell you.
Newsflash.
You guys have taught this Tank guy pretty well because he's starting to chip away at you guys. He's getting good, man. Well, for me, I would love for the Saints to win this game. And by all the rules of football, I would expect the Saints to win this game. But I'm seeing something else here. And I know the GOAT thinks I'm a little kind of negative and all that, but I see things lining up for a Tom Brady CAG.
The stars are lining up.
I smell rotten things. The Seahawks were beaten by the Rams. I see the competition around being diminished, lining up perfectly for the veteran quarterback to have one of his miracles. Great NFL story, although I hate it. I don't know. I kind of smell that. There's a smell in the air of that.
The stench.
That was a
yes.
fart I just threw. Sorry.
Stench.
And the GOAT corrected me. I was under the impression that when the same teams play 3 times, that it's very hard to win, 3 times in a row. But apparently that happens more often than not. I don't know. I think there's a Bucs win here. I'm gonna take the Bucs.
All right. So a article here, dispelling the myth of beating a team 3 times in a season. What happened? I didn't read this article, and I don't know the numbers, but from what I read earlier in the week, no, I'm not. It's legit. What I'm saying is I don't know the exact numbers, but more often than not, the team wins again. I was trying to get my backup here for it, but my computer is running extremely painfully slow, kind of the way that Tom Brady ran his 40-yard dash time at the Combine. Slow and painful.
Yeah, it's happened
for the
17
third
times
time in the
since 1950.
Okay, you got some numbers, Tank? Hit me.
Yeah. The latest one I got is from 2009. The Cowboys over the Eagles. They beat them 3 times. Then in 2008, the Steelers beat the Ravens. The St. Louis Rams beat the Seahawks. In 2004, 2002, the Steelers beat the Browns. It's 2000 Giants, Eagles, 99 Titans, Jaguars, and it just keeps going.
The thing is, it doesn't happen too often. You would think, right?
Do they have overall numbers there? Like what the records are?
No.
I think that happened to the Bills Dolphins a couple times. I remember suffering through that. It seems a couple times
with Thurman Thomas and stuff.
Patriots over Dolphins in '97.
Oh, brutal.
And then the Dolphins in '82 did it to the Jets in a shortened season in '82.
Well, that was the Deweys.
Yeah,
Dewey.
That was a rare one. That was two division foes in the championship game.
Yeah,
you don't see that a lot.
No,
and we played them 3 times in that shortened season.
Well, because they were in our division twice, and then in the AFC championship.
No, I get that. Yeah, I just thought maybe shortened season. Maybe you're not playing everybody.
I see what you mean.
I thought maybe they eliminate the 2 games, but I guess they ended up playing 3 times because
they did it to the Browns 3 times.
I'll read this real quick for you guys. It's hard to beat a good team 3 times in a season, they say. Since the 1970 NFL merger, there have been 21 instances where a team swept a team in the regular season and then had a third battle in the playoffs. The sweeping team has gone 14-7 in those games, which means it must not be that hard to beat a playoff team 3 times in a season. It's worth noting that in 4 of these 21 trio of games, the sweeping team has won on the road in the postseason. It goes on to give more numbers, but the important number is that the sweeping team has gone 14-7 in those games. So, 3 out of every 3 times, 2 times, that team is winning the 3rd game. Is basically what I'm saying.
Sometimes it happens just because, you know what, that team's better.
There's a reason they beat them 2 times, right?
Of course. Of course. They're better.
And with that, I'm taking the fucking Saints. Although, like the bum said, I wouldn't be fucking surprised if these fucking cocksuckers win that game.
You know what? But isn't that how it should be? I wouldn't be surprised if any of these were upsets. It's the best
playoffs.
It's the best weekend of the year is this weekend. You got 2 dynamite games. Saturday, 2 on Sunday. It's the best game. It's the best weekend of the year.
Absolutely, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
And one of the top teams is due for a letdown, right?
There always seems to be, right?
Yeah.
Just don't know which one it is.
Glad it was the Steelers last week.
But was that really that surprising?
No, that you saw that thing coming for a while.
Yeah.
They were like on life support coming into the playoffs.
Why did you guys pick them?
I didn't expect for Cleveland to put up, as many points that they did, but still.
I turned on that game at the end of the first and I'm like 28-0. What the hell? Didn't expect that.
You're right, Tank. I didn't pick them, so you're right. Good call.
I'm telling you, this guy's transformed. He's all over it.
He's a smart ass. He's like that smart ass teenager. That's what he is.
It's kind of taking a lot.
Know it all.
You guys made me this way. This is a product of you guys.
He's a know-it-all teenager. That's what
he's Lee Harvey Oswald taking shots from the book repository.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is kind of giving me a hard time. All right. Any other football thoughts before we move on to other sports here in the sports hour of Young Bucks?
What you cracked open, bro?
Some
club soda?
Sparkling water to keep me sober.
Well, I guess there were some pretty good coaching moves as of late. You have Urban Meyer. You have the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. I think the first Muslim coach ever.
Really?
Yes. You got Arthur Smith, the Titans offensive coordinator, going to Atlanta. I believe it's Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta.
Not the sexiest hiring right there.
The name just kills it. Arthur Smith. I thought they were talking about the owner. Isn't the owner Arthur.
Blank.
Yeah, I'm like Arthur Blank is going to coach them.
Yeah.
No, Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith sounds kind of like your groundskeeper or something.
Very
like
vanilla. That's very vanilla of a hiring.
Double check that. See if it is Atlanta. I think it is. But
where is the guy from the Niners going?
To the Jets.
Okay, God bless his soul. Feel sorry for him, but that guy's a fucking hell of a defensive coordinator. Dude.
Yes. And I saw a couple articles talking about how that is like the NFL slept big time on that, because that guy should have been probably available in 2019 based on how those defenses have played. And, they say everybody slept on him, and it looks like the Jets made a great move.
Hey,
I think he took also his offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
and
LaFleur.
They're talking about keeping Darnold, which means that they'll get Devontae Smith, and we'll have that guy burning us for years.
It says that he wasn't offered anything last year.
No, he wasn't. But the thing is, he's a great defensive coach, or is he? He had like 5 number 1 picks on the defensive line.
Absolutely.
He had a ton of freaking talent. We're going to find out now in the Jets.
So did the Browns, though. The Browns had a lot of picks for a long time. This dude kind of looks like Jason Taylor.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
he's not going to work any miracles in the Jets, dude. And I'm not so sure they're going to take that Devontae guy, though, because there's been talk of them taking that Sewell guy at the offensive line if they don't go quarterback.
Well,
or trading out of there.
Or he's laying down the smoke screen because he is going to take a quarterback, right? The kiss of death is always when they say we're 100% behind a guy. That's usually the guy they get rid of. So he's saying that him and the offensive coordinator really like Sam Darnold. So we'll see, right?
How they just got there? They're probably they've been in the building once. How much do they know of Sam Darnold? They can't say that yet. They don't know yet.
They haven't practiced. They haven't seen film. Maybe they have a little, but can't be a lot, to your point, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they played him. At some point. Do you guys think Darnold's the real deal, or they should go quarterback?
I think that that guy's, he hasn't gotten a chance to really see what he is. We experienced the Gase syndrome, and how it retarded people, or he got rid of people that were actually good just because he didn't like it. So, I'll leave it open because of that factor, right?
Bro, was he the 3rd pick? He was the 3rd pick that year, right? Yeah, he was the 3rd pick.
He was definitely high, yeah.
He was the 3rd pick. He's still only 23 years old.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he has a cannon.
Yes.
Bro.
And he's prototypical from the size perspective and all that. He's just not what, the quarterback that everybody is saying now is the future of the NFL, the mobile running guy. He's not really that, right?
He could run a little bit, but he's not Lamar Jackson.
No, or not even Mahomes.
Yeah. And, looking at this guy, obviously, with a defensive background, he probably thinks I could probably win with this guy if I do some other stuff that I know how to do.
Right. And to your point, if I get that guy, that super stud guy on the line and protect him and build my defense, I got something here to work with, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, does he have the time for all that? Are they going to give him the time to the new coach? Because he signed a 5-year contract, but sometimes they don't make it to 3 years. It depends what happens. You brought up the guy from Atlanta. What was it, Alex? What was his name?
Arthur. Exactly. Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith. We brought up the conversation that the guy from the Jets should have been hired 2 years ago. What about Eric Bieniemy in Kansas City? How does he not get that freaking Atlanta job?
Right. And he's interviewed, I think, every place. And in fact, because of Deshaun Watson's, he got really pissed that they didn't interview him. I think they brought him in. Maybe he gets the Houston job, or did they get somebody in Houston? No, they got the GM.
Yeah.
So maybe he gets that still
from New England.
But the Arthur Smith thing, aside that it's an incredibly boring name and no one here knew who he was, including myself.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was he? A tight ends coach?
No, he's the offensive coordinator for the Titans. But think about that. Think about how dynamic not that offense was. It was basically giving the ball to a big ass guy and having him run. Now, granted, they did some things off play action, but when you insert that, where do you insert that mentality with Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley and a Matt Ryan, which is a heavy passing offense? Or maybe that's the counter. I don't know. It's just kind of strange.
What about Tannehill? Didn't he revive him a bit?
Sure, but primarily off the run game and the play action. That's Tannehill's bread and butter.
That's not Atlanta.
It is not Atlanta right now. So I don't see the fit, but maybe that's the point, right? Maybe they want to blow it up. Maybe they want to start from scratch, but they sure as hell don't have a Derrick Henry in the backfield. They have 2 freaking horse receivers is what they have.
Yeah.
I think I think Atlanta has a number 4 pick too.
And they're talking about them taking a quarterback to replace Matt Ryan.
Well, there are still some openings for Eric Bieniemy. I think he'll find a job somewhere. I mean, Doug Peterson was fired. That was surprising to me.
That was, yeah.
That would be a nice fit for him. I would like that for him.
I made a prediction. I made a prediction to the bum via text this week. I'll make it here. Doug Peterson, he's going to be unemployed like about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's going to end up going. Maybe he ends up in Houston. Who the fuck knows? That guy gets a job. I bet he wins more games than whoever gets the Eagles job. Yeah. That's my prediction.
A lot of shit came out about his firing. It wasn't all about that freaking thing with Hurts and all that. It was a lot more to do with it.
Well, fill us in. Fill us in. Tell us, what is it about?
Well, they're saying it was the philosophy, and he's always been the yes man to the owner and to the GM, going with them. And it sounds like he finally put his foot down, because I believe it was about his offensive coordinator or something that he wanted, and they were totally against it. And that's almost like that's when they cut it.
There's 2 things for me. One, my man won a Super Bowl not too long ago.
Yep.
2, Carson Wentz was sucking, dude. He still led the NFL in interceptions. You can't hold that against him that he had to bench that guy. And 3, that final game where he kind of brought in some backups. Whatever, dude. He doesn't know anybody anything. He doesn't know the Giants anything. I don't know, dude. I think they made a mistake.
I do too. Yeah. I agree.
I think so too, and I have a soft spot for Doug Peterson because he won Don Shula's most wins ever. He was actually the quarterback in that game.
Against Philadelphia, right?
Against Philadelphia. So I have a soft spot for that. But I heard 2 things, right? Number 1, the owners and the management were not happy when Doug Peterson's big, change for the offseason when he came in to talk to them was, hey, we're just kind of moving our existing coaches around. We're not firing anybody. We're just kind of like, this guy's going to do the defense and this guy's going to do this. And he basically just shuffled his existing staff instead of like doing a real change, right? So I heard that. And then the other thing was that they felt that, he didn't develop Carson enough. He kind of gave up on him. I don't know about that. And to the GOAT's point, dude, that guy won the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback, basically, right?
And calling some amazing plays.
That should buy you more time than he's gotten, dude.
Heck, freaking, what was that guy, Hugh Jackson at Cleveland? Like had 1 season,
1 win in 2 years.
Come on.
That was a mistake in Philly, bro. They should not have let him go.
All right, guys, we got another show after this, so let's move out of the NFL real quick. Well, one more thing on the NFL. There's the whole fucking Tua mutiny going on where some players are coming out saying, they're not convinced that Tua's the guy. What do you guys make of all that?
Ooh.
Yeah, I read some articles around that where, there's supposedly there were a lot of players on the Dolphins side that, were shocked when Fitz got benched. A lot of them thought that Tua was horrible in practice. It kind of took the wind out of their sails when they benched Fitz. So, there's something there, right? Having said that, it's probably too early to throw Tua completely under the bus, but so far it hasn't been good, man. It hasn't.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's too early. I mean, I don't like him. I don't like the way he plays. I don't like that he always throws the screen and he doesn't go for the long ball. But it's too early. You can't take him out completely, in my opinion.
Depending on what they do, it'll determine if Flores lasts. This is the biggest decision that they're going to make. Either keep him, trade him, draft another guy this year. It's the biggest decision the Dolphins have had in quite some time.
Yeah, I think Flores could get another year because that pick is probably more registered to Chris Greer than it is Brian, even though I'm sure Brian had to give his input, right?
Right.
But I think Brian could probably survive one more shot regarding Tua, especially because the team has played well and rallied around him. But if it's seen as, well, the coach is coaching well, but the GM is picking shit, then you're right, Hialeah. Somebody's going to pay the price for that.
Somebody's going to pay the price for this if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So this is kind of unprecedented. Bum, you've been around a long time. Do you remember anything like this where players in a guy's rookie year are like, I don't want to say publicly because it's all anonymous, right? Which is kind of, I guess you got to do it that way. You're still on the team with the guy. But I don't remember like too many other situations like this where players are coming out kind of.
I'm definitely not going to say it's the only time that it's happened. Yeah. But, to your point, typically the team rallies against the young guy because they see the future, right? They don't kind of give up so early on him, and that does speak to how badly he's played. Or I shouldn't say badly, just not great or not good.
Not exciting. Besides that Arizona game, which was probably his best game, everything else you were like, it's nothing special, right?
Right.
And then you got the other guy there who at times can look special and can spark your team. I wonder where he's going to end up next year.
Oh my God!
He's got to go to the Patriots, man. He's got to go to the Patriots.
Man. I hope not. That would be horrible.
He's got to finish the tour of the AFC East.
Great.
That would be just another kick in the freaking cojones.
In your gonads.
Wouldn't that be a great fit, though? Hey, let's look at this James Harden trade right here. I'm not following the NBA big time. Do I have it up on the screen here?
Yeah.
Well, this was fucking blockbuster trade. Tank, you want to break it down here? I know you're probably one of the guys who watches more NBA.
I mean, let me ask you guys this. You guys just read it real quick. Who do you think won the trade?
I'm sorry. Can I pause you for a second?
Yeah.
I want to ask this question to everybody and then go on. Tank. Is Tua the guy in Miami? Just a yes or no? I'll go first. No. Tank?
From what I've seen, no.
No. Hialeah?
No.
From what I've seen, no.
Okay, so everybody's a no. All right, got it. Go ahead. You're asking who won the trade here?
Yeah.
Dude, for me, the Rockets won this fucking trade, dude.
A long shot, huh?
Fucking, you get Oladipo's a player, right?
Yeah.
And you get 4 first-round draft picks.
And Oladipo's not bad, dude.
No.
Oh, and they're all unprotected draft picks.
Which means it doesn't matter. If that ends up being the top pick, they get it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I think I think Houston just freaking happy they got rid of him, man. As shocking as that is, and the fact that they got anything, and they got more than anything.
The fact that they won, usually when you're trying to get rid of some cancer,
Yes,
you end up taking a hit.
big time, yeah.
They fucking got rid of their problem, and that guy's a problem. I don't think he's going to be the same.
No.
They got a fucking king's ransom here.
Yeah.
And now let's look at the Nets. What do you think of that shithole? KD, Kyrie, and Harden.
Well, I love Nash, but supposedly, it's Irving and and Durant that decides the practice schedule and who plays and all of those things. It sounds like a bit of a mess.
Kyrie's out of there. I'm gonna just say right now.
Bro, they're 10 games into the season and Kyrie's not showing up. They don't know what the hell anything. It's a giant vomito, man. That team is a vomito.
And I think what they're doing is going to really shed a lot of negative light on that whole star player management, maintenance, taking off games. That has been wearing thin on fans, and I think they're going to really make it explode because they've taken it to another level.
I'm glad the Heat are no longer in that game, in that super team game. Fuck, bro, the NBA is so fucking emo, it's like all these fucking guys trying to run the show. And Harden and Durant, obviously, they have history. Some people may say, oh, but they were teammates. That shit didn't work with fucking when he was playing with Westbrook. It's just, I don't know, dude. I think the Nets, that's like, it's looking like part 2 of when they brought in all those old guys from the Celtics, KG and fucking Paul Pierce and shit, where it just didn't work out too late. Might be one of those scenarios.
Yes.
Granted, these guys are old guys, but I don't think they work good together.
I mean, but that's a squad that's been put together, man. I mean, if you don't get to at least the Eastern Conference Finals, it's like a major failure, right?
Yes.
Yeah, bro, but think about those guys, dude. Those are all like ISO guys.
Yeah, ball hogs.
They're none of those guys is known for. All those guys are known for kind of being the guy.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
And unwilling to not be the guy.
Right. Who there is going to take the Chris Bosh situation where they say, you know what? They don't call plays for me. I'll make my own, points and shots, and I'll take whatever they give me, and I'll be happy. I don't see any of those guys right now being that guy.
Or the Wade role too, right? You could say the Wade where I'll defer to LeBron.
Yeah.
None of those guys. Maybe
it looks like a train wreck.
It's a train wreck, exactly.
Rockets win.
Yeah.
Easy.
Sure.
I don't know if it's confirmed or not. Just to shift Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, it looks like they're finalizing a fight that everybody wants to see in the heavyweight division, champion versus champion. So that should be good if they can finalize that.
I think Ryan and Tank are supposed to fight too. That's being finalized.
I thought, bro, for a time that Ryan Garcia was gonna be the guy, and I thought Tank was kind of raw, but I'm thinking, dude, Tank may win that fight if they fight. I don't know, dude. What do you think?
I like Ryan, dude, but I think Tank has it, bro.
He takes the canvas, dude.
Yeah, he did.
Fight. That was crazy.
And he didn't fight anybody as good as Tank.
So, you've been following boxing, obviously, for a while, and there was this resurgence. Do you think that resurgence is still happening, or did it kind of take a little valley and now it's coming back up again?
I think the whole COVID thing, for whatever reason, they didn't, and I know why, probably because they don't have something like MMA. MMA really took advantage of the pandemic, right? A lot of times they were the only sport going on. They kind of continued through the whole pandemic. And boxing, since you have these federations and these networks, they didn't put it together, and they lost a lot of that steam, and it's just starting to build up again now. But I do believe, man, there's a lot of exciting fights that are happening. There's a lot of good things that are going to be coming, and I think it'll be back, dude. It is back. It's just not as mainstream as it once was, but I think it'll keep up picking up steam.
Yeah, you touch on the thing that I think has affected boxing for probably more than 30 years, and it's that they're just way too slow in giving the public what is ideal from a fight perspective, a matchup perspective. It seems like it takes so long for that stuff to happen that so much time passes that bad things are bound to happen. A guy crashes his car, he breaks his hand, he slips in the bathroom. Like Hialeah, I heard that happen to you.
Somebody gets arrested,
Somebody gets arrested. By the way, Hialeah, that was a good story. That's happened to me several times throughout my career. Just too much time passes and bad things. There's an old saying, like a sales guy used to tell me, time kills all deals. And that's right,
Absolutely, dude. It's not like football, bro. Football, we're going to get the best from the NFC and the best from the AFC. That's etched in stone. That's the way it is. That's the way it's happened. In combat sports, especially boxing, MMA can do it because, you got one dude calling the shots there, and there's one fights two. But in boxing, it's like, oh, my promoter, we don't have enough money. We want the fight here. No, we want the fight there. No, I want, there's no way to get 1 and 2 to fight. But hopefully we get it. Hopefully we get Fury and AJ, and then then we get some of those other guys in the mix, like Deontay Wilder, and some of those other fights, like the one that Tank mentioned.
I would love boxing to fully come back. I was a big fan. I haven't kept up with it in a while, but man, I would love for boxing to be what it used to be. Certainly,
it was picking up at that one point with the Wilder Furies.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked if you thought it was kind of like
the Ruiz upset. All of that happened like real quick, back to back, and it was picking up. And then like he said, COVID, and then like all the federations, it just slowed things down, and then like people forgot about it.
This is what I'll say to anybody on the fence about boxing. Just start watching, and you'll see there's some good boxers out there. There's some fucking great boxers out there. There's some exciting fights. It may not be the event that it was in the 90s or that must-see, Tyson, that name or all that, but there's still really good, really exciting fighters out there, and there's some good fights. Just start watching, and you're gonna, if you liked boxing at one time, you'll see that you still like boxing because it's still good. Not all the time, but there's good fights. Anything else going on in the sporting world before we cut this show and start the next show?
The only other thing I would say is, do you guys think all those rumors about Deshaun Watson and the Miami Dolphins are real?
Nah, I think that's just smoke.
Smoke.
But where there's smoke, there's fire, bro.
No. Real quick, I just remember right now. Von Miller. Have you guys heard on his shit?
Who?
Von Miller from the Broncos.
From the Broncos? No, what's up?
Dude,
I saw it, bro.
I follow his chick. I think his chick is good looking.
If you're into that, right, Tank?
Yeah.
That's one of the sins, Captain Tank Sparrow. You're not supposed to, what do they call that?
Stray.
Oh, smack. Damn.
She has that, it says Vonnie right there in red.
Man. People never learn. Those things are permanent.
So what happened?
So they ended up having this dispute. I don't remember what it was about. There's text messages that she posted from him, and
it got dirty.
She ends up saying, "I'm pregnant," whatever. And she also did post on Instagram a sonogram picture, and it has her name on it and everything. And they start going back and forth, and he says, "I hope you have a miscarriage."
Jesus.
You can't go there, bro. You can't go there,
Like
dude.
he said it. There's 2 occasions where he says it, and then like a bunch of shit, like you're a lying bitch. Or a
So we're
bunch of
not
shit.
together anymore. Is that what we're
Hey,
going to
I can't say that.
And I expect. I guess he doesn't believe that baby's his. Is that the bigger problem?
I guess also, yeah. It was
Or
just.
he doesn't want it to be his.
I guess the fucked up part was that him saying, "I hope you have a miscarriage."
Yeah, that's.
All right, and with that, we'll end this miscarriage of an episode, and we're gonna be right back with another show because we always do the one long ass show, but we're gonna split up the sports with the other shit. And in the next show, episode 69, we will get into some conspiracies. It'll be on right after this, within minutes. So, anything else for this show before we get the fuck out of here and start the other one, guys?
Can't wait to watch some football in the next 2 days.
This
Hell
weekend
yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, this should be the best weekend of football, probably.
Young Bucks, Old Goats episode number.
Whoops. I wanted to play some music. Can I play the music? Can I not?
Must or not.
Guys, thank you for joining me. Hope everybody makes it to the next one. And I really need to get a producer so I don't keep
Let's do it.
bumbling.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right. No music for this one, guys. Let's get the fuck out of here. We'll be back shortly with episode 69. Thanks for joining us. Woo!